Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter called motion in a plane or motion in two dimension. Now, this chapter contains two major topic. One is vector and another is projectile motion. Now, what is vector? The quantity having both magnitude and direction is called vector. For example, force is a vector quantity because it has magnitude as well as direction. Momentum is a vector quantity. Torque is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity because all these have magnitude and direction. In this chapter, we are going to learn how to add two vector quantities because vector addition is quite different from scalar addition, because in vector addition direction is also involved. So to add two or more than two vector quantities, there is three law. On the basis of this law, we can add two or more than two vector quantities. What are these laws? These laws are triangle law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition, and polygon law of vector addition. Now, what is triangle law of vector addition? Triangle law of vector addition, it states that if two vectors can be represented both in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle taken in the same order, then their resultant is represented completely both in magnitude and direction by the third side of the triangle taken in the opposite order. Suppose we have these two vectors in space, vector A and vector B, and we are going to add these two vectors, that is vector A and vector B. So suppose we get a result R, and this vector R is called resultant vector. Now, as per this law, we have to represent these two vectors into two consecutive sides of a triangle in the same order. That is, suppose vector A is represented by the side AB along this direction, and vector B is represented by the side BC along the same order. Then the remaining third side, which is AC, gives the resultant, that is the resultant of A plus B, and the direction of R is in the opposite order. So this is triangle law of vector addition. Now what is parallelogram law of vector addition? Say, if two vectors can be represented both in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a common point, then their resultant is completely represented both in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through that point. Means that if we are going to add these two vector A and vector B, then vector A and vector B must represent two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Suppose we represent vector A along the side AB of this parallelogram, and vector B is represented by the side AD of this parallelogram. Then the diagonal passing through this common point, that is diagonal AC, gives their resultant, and the direction of this resultant is given. So this is parallelogram law of vector addition. Now we have to choose the adjacent side such that the tail of this two vector must be at the common point. Now, using these two vectors, that is triangle law of vector addition and or parallelogram law of vector additions, we can add two vector quantities, and using these two law, we can find the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. Now we want to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. Now here we use the law of parallelogram. Using the law of parallelogram, we want to find the magnitude of resultant vector. For this, we consider that the angle between vector A and vector B is right now theta. Now we extend the side AB up to E such that this length this length CE is perpendicular to AB. So this angle is 90 degree. Now if this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta. So consider the triangle AEC. AEC it is a right angle triangle, and for this triangle you can write AC square equal to AE square plus EC square. Now AE square can also be written as AB plus BE. So it is AB plus BE square plus AC square. Now it is A plus B. Use the formula of A plus B whole square. So it is A square plus B square plus 2AB. That is AB square plus BE square plus 2 into AB into BE plus EC square. Now rearranging this, we get AB square plus BE square plus EC square plus 2 into AB into BE. Say this is equation number 1. Now taking another triangle BEC. Actually we want to eliminate this term E from equation number 1. For this we consider this triangle BEC. Now this triangle is also right angle triangle, and for this triangle we can write BC square equal to BE square plus EC square. So this is equation number 2. Now taking cos theta of this triangle, cos theta equal to base, that is BE by BC. So BE equal to BC cos theta. Say this is equation number 3. And taking sin theta of this triangle. Now sin theta equal to EC by BC. So BC equal to EC sin theta. So say this is equation number 4. So here we are writing this, that is BC equal to EC sin theta. So this is equation number 4. Okay. Now using equation number 2 and equation 3 in equation 1, we can write, that is AC square equal to, see it is AB square. Now see BE square plus EC square. Now BE square plus EC square equal to BC square. So we can write here BC square plus 2 into AB. Now instead of, see here is B. Now we know that BE equal to BC cos theta from equation number 3. So it is BC cos theta. Now what is the value of, what is the magnitude of AC? It is R. So R is square equal to A square plus B square plus 2 AB into cos theta. Here we are taking only the magnitude. So R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this is the magnitude of the resultant vector. Now we want to find the direction of this resultant vector. For this, we consider that the resultant vector makes an angle alpha with vector A. Now this angle alpha gives the direction of this resultant vector. So from the triangle AEC we can write, so we want to find direction of resultant vector. So from taking the triangle, see AEC, we can write tan alpha equal to perpendicular, that is EC, by base AE. Now we can write EC by AE is as AB plus BE. Now from equation number 4, we can write that tan alpha equal to EC is BC sin theta, using equation 4, and here B is BC cos theta. So tan alpha equal to, now what is the value of BC? It is B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. So what is the value of alpha? Alpha equal to tan inverse B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. So this is the magnitude of resultant vector, and this is the direction of the resultant vector. Now, the special cases. No. Special cases. So, what is the magnitude of the resultant vector? We get magnitude of the resultant vector R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is the magnitude of the resultant vector. And what is the direction of this resultant vector? It is tan inverse B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. Okay. Now, see, if two vectors are acting along the same direction, suppose vector A is along this direction and vector B is also acting along the same directions. Okay, so the angle between these two is right now theta equal to 0 degree. So what is the resultant? R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 0 degree. Now what is the value of cos 0? It is 1, which gives A square plus B square plus 2AB. Gives A plus B whole square. So it is A plus B. So what is the resultant? Now we get the resultant R equal to A plus B. This is a maximum resultant. So when two vectors acting along the same direction, then we get the maximum resultant. Now if these two vectors acting in opposite direction, suppose vector A is acting along this direction and vector B is acting mutual opposite direction, that is along this direction. So what is the angle between these two right now? So in this case theta equal to 180 degree. So what is the value of R? R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 180 degree. So what is the value of cos 180 degree? It is minus 1. So we can write A square plus B square plus 2AB into minus 1, which gives A square plus B square minus 2AB. And finally we get A minus B. So now the resultant vector is minimum. Now if these two vectors are mutually perpendicular, if these two vectors are mutually perpendicular, that is, suppose vector A and vector B is perpendicular to each other, that is, the angle between these two vectors is right now 90 degree. So what is the resultant? So resultant is R equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0, so the resultant becomes under root A square plus B square.